Hi, everyone. I'm here with Gary, who is here to talk about the current mortgage industry and how it relates to the commercial real estate industry. Please welcome Gary Olshansky.
Thanks, Sofia. It occurred to me that in the current mortgage and banking environment, having a little bit of knowledge of how the mortgage process works is a valuable thing for a commercial real estate broker. And I worked for 15 years at a private mortgage investment company where all we did was analyze, acquire, and service mortgages. And I was responsible for everything from due diligence to acquisition to servicing, sales, foreclosure, REO, et cetera. Heading into the environment we're in now, where we're hearing about potential foreclosures, banks taking back properties, et cetera, knowing a little bit about how that all works is an invaluable tool that not many people in the commercial real estate brokerage world know about. That includes everything from understanding short sales, deeds in lieu, forbearance, bankruptcy, servicing, special servicing, REO, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of people hear those terms and don't really know what they mean. But it can be really important when you're dealing with, let's say, an office building that has a $15 million loan with a rough value of $7 million. So, how do you bridge that gap? And understanding who the players are. Do you talk to the property owner? Do you talk to the special servicer? Do you talk to the lender? Do you talk to the attorney for the lender? Do you talk to the attorney for the borrower? These are all really sort of nuanced, complicated things that if you've never had experience doing that before, you'll have no idea what you're doing. And understanding all the different situations that those loans and those borrowers and those lenders and those servicers and special servicers are in and what their goals are is really important. So having done that for 15 years, I have a little bit of experience that allows me to sort of walk my way through those sorts of situations and understand the steps.
That's great. That's great knowledge to have. I appreciate you sharing.
We are, we're at a point where there's a lot of talk of loans in trouble. We're not really seeing loans and properties marketed as trouble loans to the extent that a lot of people thought we would. But, understanding that where there's a disconnect between a loan amount on an upcoming refinance, let's say, and a property value is really important, because you can spend a lot of time talking to the wrong people in a underwater loan situation and get absolutely nowhere. So, knowing where to start is really important. And what everybody's, I think I said it before, but knowing what everybody's motivations are is really important. Oftentimes lenders find themselves with loans that are subperforming or not performing to their standards, but they're not quite sure what to do with them. And, if they have contacts on the commercial real estate side and can let someone like me know of a situation that looks like it's becoming problematic, there may be cases where I can help, stave off a foreclosure. I may have a buyer for a property that would be interested in working out a deed in lieu or a short sale, where the bank can rid themselves of a problem loan. The borrower can remove themselves from a foreclosure situation. The buyer can be satisfied that they're getting the property at what they think is a reasonable price, and everybody can go home and be happy. So, but unless you sort of understand all the different moving parts of that, it's hard to make it work.
What if like the bank doesn't provide enough money, or what if the loan isn't enough for the
Like the loan amount is higher than the property value?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it means when a loan is underwater. So that means that you have a loan that's $15 million on a property that's worth $10 million. So now the bank has a $5 million shortfall, roughly, in what they're owed and what the collateral, meaning the building or the property, is worth. So what do? Do they foreclose? Do they modify the loan so that the terms are different, so that the payment is, easier for the borrower, or the owner to make? Do they start a foreclosure? Do they look for a short sale situation, which is where a buyer, maybe brought by somebody like me, comes in and says, look, I'll pay you $9 million, but at least you'll get out partially whole, versus having to go through a foreclosure and own the property and deal with servicing and being responsible for maintenance and upkeep and repairs and trying to sell it further down the road. So there are a lot of different ways to approach it. And as I said before, just having a little bit of knowledge and experience can go a long way toward having a good outcome.
Absolutely. Okay, well, this is great. I think this is really useful information.
Thank you.
Absolutely.